What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I am just going to talk about how great this show called Love on the Spectrum, how great of a representation it is for autism. Now, you guys know, because I've mentioned it before, I am autistic, right? Um, and if you don't know what this show is like a reality dating show, but for people on the spectrum, right? And if you don't know what the spectrum is, that's like the um, all the diagnoses that can come from being diagnosed on the autism spectrum. I really like this show. In particularly, like I like all the people on this show. Like this isn't me reviewing the show. This is me just shouting out the show and its producers and whoever came up with it for showing all different types of autism on it. So you have people ranging from like my type of autism to um, different types of autism, right? And what I mean by um, my type of autism, like you have people that um, can have can 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 do what I'm doing here and share my opinion with you guys. But you also have people that are um, have more challenges. But what I also like about this show too is it just shows them being them. Um, it doesn't show like it doesn't make any preconceived notions about autism, and that's what I like, right? Like usually when there's some exceptions like Daredevil, obviously 911, um, and some other shows, but usually when you display a disability, it's not portrayed properly. Like I can think of one specifically from for autism, um, music. Sia produced it and directed it, and it's a movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the trailer for the movie, and it's a very, 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 very bad representation of autism. So I think shouting out this show, Love on the Spectrum, for portraying it properly, at least in my opinion, where they um, just show the people on the show just being them, right? Um, because I think it's also good for um, neurotypical people to see that as well as autistic people like myself, because it shows neurotypical people that autistic people are just like them. They just need a bit more patience and a bit more um, understanding, and then they got it right. Like that's what I like. It's not just people that are um, mild. They have a bunch of different people on there, like with a bunch of different levels of autism, right? So, this show is gets an A+ from me for portraying autism properly. And honestly, when I first watched this show, like I started watching this show because one of the well, I don't know if contestants the right word, but one of the people on the show was like on the Kelly Clarkson show, and um, they got surprised with Jack Black, who's their favorite actor. And if you don't know how most autistic people that I've met personally in my life, including myself, work, when we love somebody, we love somebody. We know everything about that specific thing, right? So like my three special thoughts, as you guys know, are like music, superheroes, video games, and I guess TV as well. Like, um, so like this kid, I mean this guy, he had his, I guess you could call it, special interest was Jack Black, right? So Kelly and the Kelly Clarkson show producers surprised him with Jack Black, and they said he was on the show called Love on the Spectrum. And obviously, I keep my ear open to anything, like anything that portrays people with disabilities in the media. So I've heard of a show before, but then I'm like, I'm gonna decide to watch it, and I'm like, okay, this is really good. Again, for what I said, they have all different levels of autism. They have, and the producers. Shout out to the producers. I don't know if it's a producer or a cameraman, but the cameraman or producer is really good at like um prompting, right? Which what I mean by prompting is, so sometimes when you talk to an autistic person, right? Sometimes we don't get what you're saying, or we don't get the questions. So either your parent, your guardian, your brother, your cousin, your sister, your whatever has to prompt you and into answering it, right? Like for example, like these are all adults on this show, right? So for example, it's like um, having a talk about sex comes up on this in this show, and what I like about it is it shows, one, it shows their development, but two, it also shows like when they're nervous, when they're sad, when they're happy, when they're just having a great time, or and it shows how their families and them deal with certain aspects of the dating world. And I just want to give this show its props. I know for me, and I think these videos are still important because I look at adaptability through three different perspectives because I have three different disabilities, right? But when a show or a something in the media gets it right, I also gotta, or a program gets it right, I also gotta um I also gotta shout that out, right? So that's what this video is for, right? To shout out this show and how great I think it is for people on uh, to represent autism and the autism spectrum. Um, so yeah, those, like I know I haven't done an advocacy video in a while, but I just felt like I had to do this, and yeah. So shout out to this show. I will definitely continue watching if there's more seasons, and I strongly recommend everyone who watches this video watch this show because it's also a really good enjoyable show. Like it has like a really good representation for people with autism who are on the autism spectrum, but it also is a really heartwarming show. And again, it's a reality show, so it's like The Bachelor or well, not really Love Is Blind, but it's like that where they go on dates, and um, a lot of people on the show have um, found their someone, right, or found someone that they can pursue with in the future. So again, I'm hoping there's a season 4, but I just wanted to shout out this show for how great it is, um, for how great it is portraying people with autism. And yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.